The next target of Imelda Marcos is the government ban forbidding her burying her husband in the capital Manila with full state honors.
This is one of maybe advantages of the fact that he is still not buried, that I can see him physically like he was sleeping. There is a heavy refrigeration, I understand, and at the same time, the body is completely covered with, encased with wax, thin enough so that the contour of the body and the face is almost all there, and it is. And it can stay without actually refrigeration for a good 48 hours, but more than that, I don't think it can. It is good, but we have been lucky so far. I even told the man who did all of this, because he had some white hair, I said, please paint it a little so that there will be no white hair, so he will be younger even in death, and looking better. In his tombstone, it says Filipino. In my tombstone, I would like to have inscribed, "Here lies love," but really, here lies love.
Somehow, he is more with me now than ever before.
7 candidates are standing in the election to replace Corazon Aquino. Amongst them, Imelda Marcos,
who has no chance of winning tomorrow.
Imelda Marcos is embroiled in court battles that may last the rest of her life. The Philippines government and more than 10,000 citizens have hit her with civil, criminal, tax, and human rights claims running into the
will elect a new Congress in May. Among the hopefuls is an old, familiar face.
I'm very happy that the voice of the people of Leyte have prevailed, and
She could face sentences of up to 100 years if convicted of all charges of corruption in Manila.
Why am I a criminal?
Again, I would like to invoke my right to remain silent.
The Philippines was convicted today on 2 counts of corruption. It sentenced her to at least 18 years in prison. The judges also barred her from ever holding public office. Marcos is free on bail pending an appeal, but she still faces dozens of other charges.
I really have no fear about going to jail when you have not committed a crime. Eventually, it is you that you have to fear all more, because you're terrorized by you more than anybody else. And of course, someone there up above. From being a crazy person to somebody who's super politician, super smart. A thin line nga naman ang pagkasira ulo at saka... Kleenex nga. Bigyan mo sila pagpakain. Life is creation. As we create, we give life. As we give life, we in turn are nurtured by what we nurture. We grow with whatever grows from us. It is a circle, the circle of love.
Ina ng bansang Pilipinas, Mami Imelda Marcos.
Towards a human order. When we talk about development, we talk about the development of the whole man. in body, in mind, and in spirit. Feed the body with what is good, like in the old Trinity, to make it healthy. Feed the mind with truth, to make it literate. Feed the spirit with beauty, so that it will have dignity. Only when the body is healthy, literate, and with dignity can it be whole and roll and can even smile. But take out one of this. You put eyes too and mouth. It looks like a Pac-Man.
Well, it's very esoteric, existential philosophy, really. When you simplify these things, they sound like weird. But if you try to draw pictures of any philosophical system, it will sound insane.
And a face that is happy always looks like a heart. A sad face is an upside-down heart. But put this together, it's the symbol for peace. That's the symbol for peace, an upside-down heart and an upright heart.
When she has an idea, it is people around her that begin to make it sound the best idea in the world. Of course, it was not the best idea most of the time, but then because they want to be looking so good to Mrs. Marcos, so they tell her, oh, that's a great idea.
I wish they were just, more truthful and be a real friend to her than just praising her to, all the time. It brought her down in so many ways.
7 portals to peace and order. Number 1, when you ask a child in its purity to draw a tree, it draws 0 and 1 is equals to ecological border. 1 woman and 1 man, you have a human order. Number 3, if you have 1 tree, the cosmos and man is equal to cosmic order. Number 4, tree, cosmos, man. In our lives, we always have a problem. So you have a cross. This is equals to experiential. Everybody has experience of a problem. 5, cosmos, man, the cross, recycle the cross to a flower. Number 6, you have a tree, the cosmos, man, cross, and then the star is the high and low points of life. 7, tree, the cosmos, man, the cross, star, upright heart, which is peace and order. 8, the tree, the cosmos, man, cross, star, flower, 8, or infinity. But what is most exciting is this, number 10. When we talk about the new technology, the computer, we use the binary figure again of only 2 symbols, the numerical symbol of 1 and 0. 0, 1, the cosmos is 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. Then you have the cosmos, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. Then you have creator. We have so many gods, but there's only one creator of this cosmos. Looks like the apple, the bite, the apple, Adam and Eve, the computer. Apple, apple, cosmos, infinity. 10.
She talked to me for 4 hours. 4 hours straight. I did not say a word. I didn't even say, ooh. She just talked. She got tired when she was about 3 hours deep, and then she brought in a video. And so she played herself talking, and then I had Imelda twice. I had her on the video and I had her talking. And when I left, she gave me a Hershey bar. But the Hershey bar was 10 pounds.
All my critics, for instance, I listen to. Maybe they're correct. But if I check, and honestly check, am I really that ugly? Am I really that stupid? Am I really that bad? Am I really that evil? And so on and so forth. And you find out, and you're really honest to goodness, try to really do some kind of soul searching. Then you find out you are not. So, I'm okay.
One of the leading opposition figures in the Philippines was murdered today, minutes after returning from 3 years in exile. Benigno Aquino was shot by a man posing as an airport worker. Mr. Aquino had been warned his life might be in danger if he returned to Manila. He'd gone back to prepare for elections planned for next year.
He and Marcos had actually been of equal power for a long time. Because he was a threat to Marcos, precisely because he and Marcos were kind of equals, when Marcos declared martial law in 1972, he threw Ninoy in jail along with a number of other people. And then he needed a heart bypass operation in 1980, and Marcos allowed him to leave the country.
I've always tended to believe that it was done, if not at Marcos's explicit instruction, at the very least with his acquiescence and foreknowledge. They would not have done that without his having known about it.
After Ninoy died, then I asked her, Millie, did you really have Ninoy killed? Then she tells me, you also? My God, I was your student. Do you really think I can do that? I do not think you can, but I don't know. You're not my student anymore, you're the first lady.
What would we have gained? Politically, financially, nothing. He was no threat to us, absolutely no threat. And why will, when he comes here on broad daylight, he will be shot dead? That's not typical of Filipino in the first place, that there's always some kind of the Filipinos have, if they will do something, they love life, they will not do something like this so flagrantly as that. And this was absolutely no reason. Well, the events has proven that we, the Marcoses, Ferdinand and Imelda, were the ultimate victims in the assassination of Aquino.